This is a two-part series on my first ever visit to the biggest art festival in Disney World, Festival of the Arts. Trying so much artistic presented foods, drinks, and most importantly, seeing so much amazing art pieces presented by the actual artists. Being that I'm a total nerd for Disney, Star Wars, and Marvel, I've wanted to attend this event since I found out about it, and the day is finally here. One awesome thing here at the Festival of Arts is they actually have live artists pretty much drawing chalk art in the moment. So this chalk art is like nothing I have ever seen someone do with chalk on the ground. There's so much detail in every single piece that they do. This is also something that's very cool to watch. Come by and check this out, especially if you love the creativity. But the detail on this chalk art has literally blown my mind. Our first art booth that we're stopping at is actually here to see Gracie's work. And this art is really cool. I'm a person who loves vibrant colors, and it looks like it's actually kind of a Miami street art vibe. And what she's done is she's been very inspired by science and like chemicals and all this stuff. And she's kind of mixing a lot of things with acrylic paints and resin to give it like a sparkly shine and all these vibrant colors. I personally love that like purple, blue, and the big star one. That piece is like $3,500 though, so probably not in our budget, but her artwork is amazing. Our next stop is here, pretty much right past China. You can come to the Pop Gallery is what the tent is called. So the famous Michael Reyes is here. If you don't know who he is the artist that basically did everything for Gideon's, the famous cookies at Disney Springs. He's the guy that pretty much designed all that spooky, creepy, quirky Tim Burton looking stuff. I personally feel like all of his art is very Tim Burton inspired. So for me, I like it. Some of it's a little creepy, but it's all about the decomposing Jones.
He's obsessed with him. Like, just go get him, man.
Decomposing Jones, you could only get one per person, and I think he's like $100, so not bad, right? Not bad. I just want the pin, but it's too big. Fun fact is you can actually come and meet him. So I appreciate that about the Art Fest, is that you can meet the artists, get things signed, get to know more about the art itself. So I appreciate that. Decomposing Jones. He has to be my favorite.
He's cool, but I like the OG, like...
The OG Gideon stuff.
Yeah, they're cute.
I get that. But Decomposing Jones?
Look at this little guy. This is Timothy, the beach school.
Oh, they're getting a glare. Timothy. Augustine. Looks very devilish. We're gonna pray for him. Our next art booth stop is actually here at MLE Art. And this so far is probably my favorite booth. I found like 3 pieces that I absolutely fell in love with. If you want it framed and signed, the pieces can be like in the thousands of dollars. I love the Goofy one, and I absolutely fell in love with the Hitchhikers. And I even fell in love with all of them on Jungle Cruise, like all the Mickey and Friends. So the art here is true Disney classic. Like you could find a partner statue art piece, and you could find a bunch of different cool art pieces. It turns to like Mickey and Friends or classics like Beauty and the Beast with Lumiere. But this art is beautiful. The artist will be here also, and he is signing lots of different options. So definitely so far, MLE Art has been my favorite booth by far. I may end up getting a piece from here. There's supposed to be 6 hidden Mickeys in there.
I've seen 2.
You found one? Oh yeah, look, 1. Where's the other ones? 2. Where's another one? Oh, there's one right there. 4. Where's 5 and 6? Oh snap, they actually have the Spirit jerseys here. You don't have to wait in a crazy line at Connections.
Yeah.
Just go to a booth.
Yeah.
Let's go though. 2024 Festival of the Arts.
I like for the most part that it's like black and white too, and then it has like the little pops of color. Cute.
Oh, I didn't even snap about that, yeah. Figment's always like the icon for Festival of the Arts.
Absolutely.
What does it say? Make every day a work of art. That's cool. It's got Figment. Oh, he's got a little paintbrush.
You guys painting. Being artistic.
That's cool. So yeah, how much is it? 80 bucks, I think?
Yeah.
Next stop is here at Festival Market. There's multiple artists, I believe. If not, I know Dave Avazino is here. And the crazy thing is, I'm like shooting B-roll of some of these art pictures. They're like, I'm sorry, we just sold this so you can get a couple shots. We gotta give it to someone who just purchased it. So people are buying things hot off the press. It incorporates like a 3D art. So like it'll kind of fade to like a normal piece of art and then it fades to like three-dimensional. So very cool. It seems almost every booth you can pay to have your art physically signed by the artist and get to meet them, which is very cool. So I don't know. That McCullough booth is still my favorite so far. What do you think?
I agree. I do like the 3D aspect that he has. Like, I would have never thought about that, but hey, that's art, right?
These are so awesome. They're literally like the entire ride layouts of the Haunted Mansion, Pirates, so for both parks, because they are different. But look how cool these are. Holy crap. Like the entire ride layout. There's a Jungle Cruise too. That's awesome. These are way cool. Dead Man's Cove. Our next booth is here at Noah Fine Art. So one cool thing about this artist is he is one of the only airbrush artists that is here at the art festival this year. And I am like completely in awe. Like I say on the first booth, I'm all about vibrant colors, and he kind of does airbrushing where it's very vibrant against dark backgrounds, so the colors pop even more. But there's Star Wars stuff, and it's cool. Like some of the lettering is almost reminiscent of Arabish. And also, I gotta say, the Fantasia Mickey is so awesome. That piece is by far my favorite. But like, if you want the actual canvas, it's like $10,000. So might break the bank a little too much, but I may get a small print of it. I think they're like maybe 150, 200. If you want to meet the artist, just ask one of the cast members that's working the tent, and they'll give you a schedule, because the schedules do change pretty much every day. So if you want your pieces signed, just ask them. You can get them signed. That Fantasia Mickey is just awesome. The next art booth that I'm making a stop at is the Scooter booth, and his art is very crisp, very clean. I must say, Evil Queen is probably my favorite one. It's just so crisp. And the one with Corella is very cool too. Very colorful, just like a lot of these, but his lines are just so sharp, and I really like the couple that's right in front of Space Mountain. This artist Scooter actually did work on a lot of animation films, and he actually still does a lot of art for Disney themselves. So very cool fun facts and very cool art from Scooter. Up next is William Silver's booth. Now this booth has some amazing pieces of art. Everything is extremely crisp. The colors are like perfect and nothing too saturated like some of them do. I personally love the saturation on some of these art pieces, but this Beast one where he's like covering the rose looked absolutely amazing. That was probably my favorite piece of the entire booth, but the Tinkerbell looks so good. This booth is probably, it's up there with one of my favorites, but that Beast one, just the detail in it was perfect. I personally love that piece, and one I would consider getting as well. So we stopped over here at the expression section. Did I say that right? I said it right. So this is very cool because you actually get to be a part of a giant mural now for Festival of the Arts. So basically what they do is they give you a little jar of paint, and you get 5 squares of this mural that you get to paint in that one color. They said paint 5 squares of the number 14. You go and you just color them in, and at the end they give you this cool bookmark, and it actually shows you what the mural is gonna look like when it's finished. And I gotta be honest, I felt like Pablo. They call me Pablo. They call me Pablo. Pablo Picasso. And it's on a real canvas. Like it's a legit mural painting. So something very cool to take part of, and just know that when this is done, you can see the mural if you come back and know you took a part in that piece of art. Our next art booth stop is here at the Thomas Concade booth, and this booth is one of my favorites just because he does like so much stuff based on The Mandalorian, and there's so much cool scenes like Mando and Grogu in the ship. He like blew up a island. There's another one that's one of my favorite scenes in the show where he actually goes into the water to be like rebaptized, so to say, to be worthy of the guild and be a Mandalorian again. And that's when he sees the mythosaur. And I've noticed the paintings here are actually not as expensive as some of the other booths. Like one of my favorite ones was only 1,200 bucks. I mean, that's still expensive, but compared to like some that are like 6,000, 10,000, 15 grand, not bad at all. So the Thomas Concade one, if you're a Star Wars fan, you'll definitely want to come check this booth out.
From Gourmet Landscapes, we decided to try the wild mushroom risotto with truffle shavings and Zinfandel reduction. This is actually a plant-based item. I love this. Obviously, if you don't like mushrooms, don't get it. But this is really good. It's really warm. The risotto's nice. It's definitely like overpowering with the mushroom, but I love mushrooms. So I'll probably give this maybe like a 4.5 out of 5. Real good.
I am now gonna try the frozen scotch cocktail. It's scotch and herbal tea garnished with a chocolate nail. So Ange told me about this and I was like, I kind of want to try it, but today was the perfect day to try this because we didn't have overkill from part 1 with all the food and all the drinks, but maybe I could do its justice now, and then it has chocolate in it too, so let's see how it tastes. It's a little strong, but it's really good. I like this. It kind of almost has like a scotch spice. Like it's a spiced scotch almost, kind of like, I hate to say it, but like kind of resemblance to a hint of Fireball, but not as overbearing or like not as strong. But it is a little bit of a strong drink, so if you don't like strong drinks, I probably wouldn't recommend this. And it's not very sweet, but think of like a watered down Fireball. That's what this tastes like. I would honestly give it a 3 out of 5. That didn't mean real good, that meant 3. So I'd give it a that's all right, 3 out of 5.
So at the booth in France, we decided to get creme de la brie in petite pain. So essentially it's warm, creamy brie inside of a house-made bread bowl. This is really good. It's really just cheese in a bread bowl, but I love cheese and I love bread, so you can't really go wrong. I'm gonna probably give it probably a 4 out of 5 because there's nothing special about it, but I'm a fan. Real good. Yeah, it's good, right?
That is good. That's good. From the same booth, I'm not gonna attempt to say what this is called. Just look at the description. But anyways, it's a chocolate molten cake with hazelnut crunch, and it does have raspberry and mango sauce that you can kind of dip it in. So let's see how this tastes. I didn't like the raspberry and mango sauce at all with the mix. No, it like threw it off. It's giving that's all right. I don't know if I would recommend it. It's okay. It's super rich. It's basically just a chocolate molten cake. At least it is warm though, but the raspberry and mango like threw me off. The taste just didn't mix, and I thought it would have been pretty good, but I don't know. Yeah, 3 out of 5, that's all right. Don't even think I would recommend. So our next booth stop is here at Festival Shop. I would honestly call it the Star Wars booth because everything in there is Star Wars, but the cool thing about these mixes of like festival booths or like Disney galleries is you get tons of different artists that present their art in this specific booth. And I gotta say, from the Darth Maul Clone Wars with Obi-Wan in the eye, like those art pieces where you can see like even Vader has a reflection in his eyes, but there is a Kylo Ren that the detail is tremendous. Like there's so much amazing art pieces at this booth. You're probably gonna end up spending way too much money on some art here. You could buy originals and you could buy reprints. Depending if you want an original, you're gonna be dropping like $13,000 to $15,000. But if you want a reprint, you can get some small ones for like in the range of $60 to $100. If you don't want to spend money, just don't bring too much money to Epcot Festival of the Arts because I am so tempted. There's so much amazing pieces in there. It's probably been my favorite booth.